Welcome back to the Lemoncello YouTube channel. I am Emily. This is where I make lo-fi music, and what you're about to see is a little bit different from the content that I have been posting on the channel, and so I thought it deserved a little bit of a preamble. I am working on a 3-track EP that is going to be dropping in October. And there is an online community of other lo-fi producers that I've been a part of for some time now. And the guy who runs that community, TAETRO, does a review stream every other month or so. And so I submitted one of the tracks that I'm working on for the EP to that stream, and you are about to see his reaction to the rough draft of this track that I'm working on for the EP. You are going to hear him refer to me as Seal Sounds. That is my larger umbrella music identity. Lemoncello is specifically lo-fi. Everything else I do as Seal Sounds. So for that to not be confusing, that's how he refers to me in the video you're about to see. It is my track. I really did write it. I just participate in this community under a different musical identity. If you are also a music producer, if you want to know more about music theory, if you want to know more about producing in general, if you're a lo-fi fan, go follow TAETRO. He has some of the best music theory content on his channel. He also has an entire Intro to Ableton course. He talks a lot about different MIDI controllers and what might be the best for you. There is just loads and loads and loads of fantastic content on his YouTube channel. So if you are interested in any of that, he is a great person to be following. If you're not following him already, chances are you landed on this video because of him. So thank you for being here. I hope that watching his reaction to this video will both be enjoyable for you. I hope that you enjoy the music that I am making, but I also hope that it is educational, just hearing his feedback and the things that he has to say. I was so grateful for his notes. I definitely have a much clearer vision now of how to go back into this track and get it ready for release. And if it is already October 2023, you can go find this EP anywhere that you listen to music. I'm going to have it up on Bandcamp. It'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Google Play, all that's wherever you listen to music, this music will be. So just keep in mind that what you're about to see is not the finished product. It is a rough draft, and I'm going to be going back in and finessing it a bit. And so that the finessed version is what you are going to get on the actual EP. So without further ado, here is TAETRO's reaction to my Lemoncello track 29.
Seal Sounds has got a Music for Ghosts retry, a retry of the submission from the previous Music for Ghosts remix competition we did a while back. Let's hear how it goes. I believe the feedback for this was the use of the sample that you used from the sample pack was too obvious, and it kind of dominated the entire track. So let's see how you reworked it. Chopping that up for this chord progression is really good. Oh! That bass sound is really cool. The shakers are nice, but they're a little bright and a little loud. strings, great. great, great. It's a strong chord progression too. It makes it really epic and cinematic. And the way it resolved to the 1 is pretty cool. Didn't mean to end it too soon. So really cool structure. I think this is way better than the original thing that you submitted. Not that I can remember it that well, but I remember the critique I had of it. I like that you took the time to build up an intro here. Using the Foley, the chopped sample, this kind of sustained note. Bring in the backbeat, but like, see how it feels like an intro? This feel is important. And now we're in the track. Doesn't that feel super, super satisfying, chat? When you take the time to build up intentionally, not like, oh, I'll just have just the chord progression play and then the drums will come in and then the melody will come in. No, if this whole section is building up tension, it's drawing in your interest, it has Foley sounds that are like interesting and non-musical, but they're setting the tone, they're setting the stage, they're setting a mood or something, right? And then eventually, okay, we get a little bit of the groove in here. If it stayed at this, many entries stay at this level. It's like, okay, the drums just layered in over the top of something. But now, not only that, but the section doesn't just start. We get a lead into it. The melody leads into it. Dum, dum, dum. A lot of people just take a loop. Loop starts here, loop starts here. It starts at a downbeat. And that bass comes in, right? And we get it opens up our ears to like a totally different sound that we didn't expect to hear, but in a very satisfying way. We get a good guitar melody, which I'm going to point this out. Play to a MIDI instrument's strengths. Don't overdo it with a MIDI instrument like a guitar instrument. You had me convinced with the first phrase that it was a real guitar, but then you pushed it too far. All that weird bendiness. I think you probably know that that doesn't sound very natural for a real guitar. So really hone in on that. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, it's a velocity setting. So you're probably using Native Instruments, I assume. Like that transition's fantastic. Like I said, and it's a guitar playing the melody again, but it's playing something different. And it goes in a direction you might not have expected. Shakers are too loud. Bring them down in the mix. Finally here, let me keep playing. At this point, you have this build up at about 1 minute 46 seconds, but the guitar is just still playing like a light, like there's not a lot of, like it's not getting heavier, it's not getting bigger, it's staying the same. Right, it builds up to nothing. So what would be an easy way to solve that? My initial attempt would be take all those beautiful strings that you have, keep a section in the background playing the chords, but double that guitar melody with like a viola line. Maybe keep the guitar on top, the violas maybe an octave below that. Or even tung, tung. You know, play on the acoustic thing that you're already going for, like some staccato, like 1 and 2 eighth notes, and tung, 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 tung. And then how does that change how you come to an ending? Think about a drum player that would hear that on the strings. Chun, 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 chun. Like really go for it at the end there, because you've built it up so hard. So good job. Really good job, Seal Sounds. A lot of big improvement on that.
So there you have it. There's TAETRO's reaction to my track 29, which will be on the 3-track EP coming out in October. If it's already October, go listen to it. What are you waiting for? If it's not already October, you are going to be seeing more of this process, more of me creating this EP. Thanks for hanging out with me. Go follow TAETRO if you haven't already. Follow me if you haven't already. And I'll be here next Thursday with more lo-fi music content. See you then.